He struggles with that.
Welcome back to Roll for Hugs. We pick up at a bit of a solemn moment for the party, as in their previous adventure, Dr. Grigori was unfortunately killed by the worm-hearted suffragans that were performing a ritual underneath the city of Meribia. The party has brought them back up to the Temple of the Raven Queen. They've also went down and retrieved some of the corpses from underneath. The priestesses of the Raven Queen don't really do resurrections, but they have said that they'll send Dr. Grigori's corpse over to the Temple of Lathander, where they'll prepare a ritual of resurrection, but that it will require a diamond worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. As they begin making these preparations, you see in one of the rooms that they've laid out the 4 corpses of the worm-hearted, and seem to be dissecting them there. You also see a figure in the temple that you had met down in the squishy, flesh-like temple of the worm-hearted, a goblin that you all had freed and who had escaped. We will pick up here. So you guys are in the temple of the Raven Queen, sort of set up like a mortuary. In one room you see the corpses of the worm-hearted. In the other is the room that they're keeping Rando as they try to work towards a cure for his affliction, having been infected by the same worm creatures that killed Dr. Grigori. What would you guys like to do?
Who's the goblin again?
So I don't know if you want to jump in here, Jason, but
sure. Yeah. So it's Wristslitter. Are you saying that in character, or are you just asking?
Asking. I'm confused.
Oh yeah. So you guys.
Yeah, he's the goblin we set loose.
Oh.
One of the prison cells. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm mostly just hanging back at this point because
Right. You're
familiar with the group, but yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you have heard this conversation that they had with the priestesses, that they will need a diamond worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Would I happen to know?
I was going to say, well, where would one even get a diamond of that value?
Yeah, Wristslitter would know exactly where a diamond of that value would be. Wristslitter has picked up the knowledge of the transfer of funds that happens at a local casino called the Blazing Bones, where they trade in their coinage for gemstones once or twice a year. And it would be very likely that a diamond of that value would be in that transfer.
So, hearing them discussing that, I would probably kind of like walk up and be like,
I may know something that could help you out here a little bit.
like, and rubbing my hands together, kind of, in anticipation of it.
Oh, is that right? Tell us what you know.
Yeah, well, it's not really known. Maybe we shouldn't discuss here, but you need a diamond?
We are indeed in search of a diamond.
Well, very good. I could probably find a diamond in this stash.
Would it be of high enough value?
Oh, most certainly. It's a local casino. They have all the money.
Well, that sounds like exactly what we're looking for. Perhaps we should retire somewhere a little more private to discuss the details.
Yeah, yes, that would be good, very good.
Alrighty. Where would you all like to go? You, of course, have your rooms at the Sad Butcher Inn. Wristslitter, you would have a small sort of hideaway. I don't know if you can see the map currently. Here we go. Down here in this poorer district where you know that you can hide out.
In the hood. Where is the casino?
So the Blazing Bones Casino is here in the high-end district.
Oh, so this isn't like a dock workers casino.
No, this is a high-end casino / entertainment center. You would know that they would have shows.
This is like Monte Carlo.
Yeah, exactly. They have shows. They have competitions of strength and battle, as well as private rooms, and like sometimes nobles go there and rent out private booths where they can just spend the evening perusing and going around the casino, seeing the shows and whatnot.
Word. And so I guess we would go to Wristlitter's place. That seems like the place you go to plan something like this, right?
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah. He would probably lead you back to this little hovel.
God.
Okay, yeah. Leaving the religious district and heading southeast, you eventually move into the compact, somewhat run-down section of town, with several alleys and definitely destitute villagers walking around. Walking down a side alley, Wristliter can show you a entrance into this sort of backdoor hideaway that he has set up. Inside you see a map of the town, as well as some markings on it, where it seems that he had been planning something out.
It's a little rough here, but no one bothers you.
I would imagine we're not likely to be overheard by someone who would be attending the casino later.
Oh, no. I talk about it all the time, and no one's bothered me.
Alrighty. What Wristliter could then explain to you all is that once or twice a year, the Blazing Bones Casino trades out their coinage for gemstones, which they then store and distribute out to make it harder to rob. He would know that there's a high-end jewelry store in the main section of town that hires a group of mercenaries and guards to transport it through the central gate and then to the casino proper. Once they're there, they take a private booth with management of the actual casino, where they verify the value of the gemstones and the value of the coins. Once everyone's in agreement, the transfer is made. It's then taken underground through a tunnel to a safe underneath the Blazing Bones Casino, where it waits until it's transported out. And at this point, you guys will enter phase 1 of our system, the plan.
So do we have any idea how they transport it? Because I feel like security will be more lax when it's on the move.
You'd probably know the specifics, like not or the generalities and not the specifics. You know, they hire multiple mercenary groups that keep watch as the gemstones are moved through the town. So basically, you guys have 3 options that you can choose in terms of caper style. You guys can decide to do a hit job, which is where you will accomplish your goal with violence, a con job, where you will use lies and deception to trick your mark, or a heist, where you're going to use stealth throughout your caper to eventually get to your goal. So keeping this sort of loose, and we'll narrow it down as we get closer. What sort of job are you guys thinking?
I think our group is probably built more for heist or con than I don't know.
The hit job. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to point out I have a -1 charisma.
Yeah. You're gonna have to be the distraction.
I'll be the drunk old grandpa. Like that's about the best I can. If we're conning, be a distraction. The
So what are you guys thinking? Sounds like con or heist?
I think Sim's probably gonna argue more for a heist than a con, given the makeup of our group and all that.
I do much better with stealth than I do with persuasion.
I think Wristslitter would be like on the heist camp probably.
Okay. So, since we're doing a heist, we're gonna need to decide where you're sneaking in and when you plan to. So you would know that this transfer happens around 8 p.m. When they start transporting over to the casino. It reaches the casino about 8:30, 8:45, and then goes down into the vault after about an hour. So where exactly would you like to heist it, essentially? And at what point?
Can you run that? Can you run that by me one more time?
Yeah. So about 8:30, the gemstones leave the central part of the city. They reach the casino about 8:30, 8:45. At that point, they spend about an hour verifying the values, and then they go down into the tunnel underneath to the safe underneath the casino. So, where would you like to
hit it along the way?
hit it, and when would you like to do it? Like, are you wanting to hit it in the main part of the casino when the diamonds arrive? Are you wanting to do the safe underneath after it's been delivered? That sort of detail is what I'm looking for.
So, I would say the less layers of security we have to penetrate, the better.
Right. I feel like the safe's going to have a lot of layers of security.
Agreed.
I feel like the casino itself is going to have a lot.
It
Yeah,
has to
also
be
agree.
somewhere in between that. Yeah.
Now, as far as, do we have a map of the tunnels that they use?
You could potentially get a rough map as part of your preparation. Right now, we're just getting the where you're doing it and when you're doing it, and then we'll go into a preparation, like this is what I'm doing to prepare.
Right. Okay. The reason I asked is I was just thinking, like, could we in some way open a chamber onto it and let the Wormhearted do the lion's share of the work against the security guards? Like, I didn't know how closely the tunnels we're familiar with under the temple.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the tunnels under the temple ran northeast, so are a bit out of the way.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you do know there are like intersecting sewer lines and other tunnels. You've been down in these tunnels before, and they sort of sprawl out under the city. So you could probably imagine that there are intersecting and potentially adjacent tunnels to the tunnels they're using.
Gotcha. So I think probably the tunnels are going to be the have to be where we intersect them, right? Like that's going to have to be it, really.
If we intersect in the tunnels, I think we're switching more towards like a hit job.
Yeah.
I mean, like I have a mental image of a Papaw wearing like crude waders with like a blockage in the tunnel to stop the wagon. Like, oh, sorry, the city's working on cleaning out the sewers.
Do we know what they transported in? Like, is there any way we could like do like the kind of swap?
Yeah, that's what we need to do. I think is some sort of swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they transport it in a large chest, sort of kept on a hand cart.
Oh, it's a hand cart. I was expecting like a prison wagon.
Do we know?
It's very similar to that. It's like a secured hand cart with like a oak coverage and lock and whatnot. Think like a really tiny Wells Fargo wagon.
Right.
Do we know what the chest looks like at all?
That's something you could find out if that's the sort of thing you're going for.
I wonder if we could even get a head start on as far as like before this even goes down, if we could somehow incapacitate or get drunk with wyvern wine or something of the like the people that are supposed to do the transporting.
Yeah,
And then
that's a way in also, yeah.
And then we just show up. Yeah, Bob, he called in sick today. We're running the cart tonight. You know, well, he's hurting.
That is something you could do. That sounds like you're sort of leaning towards con job in that case.
Yeah, we could do con. I'm a big fan of like seeing if we can figure out who made the box and make an identical box and try to just like replace it, like swap it where they don't even know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as you're all playing, you're going to do a con job. It's trying to switch the boxes out and replace some of the guards that would normally be transporting it. Is that what I'm getting?
I think so, yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
A goblin, a little old man, and yeah, the normal guys all called in sick tonight. Sorry, you mean Bob didn't tell you?
Okay, so now that we have a sort of general idea of where we're heading, we're going to do prepping the caper. So one by one, we're going to do each of you are going to take your character and describe a short scene where you are preparing for the heist, and you'll do a skill check tied to it. Now, if you pass your skill check, you can do one of two things with it. You can either decrease the DC of the skill checks going into phase 2 when you actually do the caper, or you can save it as inspiration. If you save it as inspiration, if you fail a skill check, or believe you're going to fail a skill check in the second phase, you can spend your inspiration and describe as a flashback how you prepared for this eventuality and do another check in place of it. As an example, if you come across a locked door and you don't believe you can pick it, you could spend your inspiration to flash back to having dinner with the person who designed the lock. And you can then do a persuasion check instead of a sleight of hand check. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so whoever wants to go first, just a short scene of how you would like to prepare for the caper.
Okay, so let's go over the plan one more time, because I think we need like a solid plan before, like with kind of some of the details nailed down before we actually describe scenes.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're on box duty, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, so I'll take going after, like, finding out who the people transporting the box are going to be. what they look like and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my part will be to actually do the swapping part of it. You know, like getting the real box and inserting our fake box. You know.
Okay, so we
If
have
that makes
a fake box, and we're gonna swap it, and we're gonna do it in the tunnels. What's the distraction? How do we get the box out of the wagon? How do we create enough of a distraction to, you know, make getting the box out of the wagon easy? And then how do we make it make the distraction not suspicious?
So Daniel in this town and like where they're moving through, would there be like markets and potential like I'm thinking something like someone like herding sheep or anything to that effect or whatever that would tie them up for a little bit.
So there is a sort of trade center here, as well as several craftsmen along this road. And up here in the top right is where they keep a lot of horses and whatnot that the town uses. So there are definitely merchants and sometimes movement of animals through some of these roads.
Okay.
So it's but they're moving the wagon above ground. I was expecting sort of like I thought you said tunnels.
Yeah, so they move it above ground to the casino. Then when they get it to the casino, they take it underground.
Gotcha. And they do it at 8, which is like darkish?
Yeah. Yeah,
Gotcha.
It's fairly dark. Since they're moving through the main part of the town and the sort of high-end district, it is all fairly well lit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so maybe we.
So they're sort of going this route, right?
Give me. So, are you going to try to figure that out as part of your planning check?
No.
Don't be nervous about it, because that'd be an important piece of information to know. Is exactly what route they're taking.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll go get drunk with the guys doing it and figure out which way they normally go, or find somebody who would know.
Yeah. Asking around at the local establishments, you find a group of mercenaries in the Sad Butcher Inn drinking away that seem to fit the bill of the sort of people they would hire out for this sort of job.
Gotcha.
How would you like to approach?
I mean, obviously, as a little drunk old man, peddling his homemade alcohol. Well, boys, give this a little try.
Oh, well, thank you, old-timer. I don't like to get drunk before a job, but I don't think this could be too bad. He'll take a sip.
Where do you work?
Oh, me and my boys here have gotten hired out to transport some goods.
Oh. Well, I just make liquor up in the woods. Here, have another sip.
Yeah, and he'll gladly take it. And go, ah, yes. It's very nice. I might buy some when I get my pay for this job.
I'll hand him a business card. With not,
what is your
with
business
not
card
my
say?
actual name on it.
What does it say?
It says Tyrandal Tiriso, purveyor of fine party liquors.
He'll look at it and stuff it into one of his pockets. Go.
Oh no! Well, just sort of how do you? Which ways do you guys? How far of a trip do you have to make?
Oh, it will depend, I suppose. Very, very strange, these jobs that they give us. They get 3 different groups of mercenaries, and then have us each roll a die, and it will determine which route we take.
Oh, so there might be 3.
Oh, yes, they hired out 2 other groups.
Now, do you all each run your own route?
Oh, yes.
Or, oh, good.
Yes,
Okay.
we have worked for them a few different times. Once we took a very long route, almost touching the religious district, and then wrapping back around, while the other 2 went through the middle and around the other side.
Do you all end up in the same place?
Oh, yes, yes. We all seem to wind up at the Blazing Blondes Casino.
Ooh. Do you know what you're carrying?
Oh, I'm sure something valuable. So yeah, what he seems to be describing is that...
I don't know how to erase mine, by the way.
No worries.
Okay.
Is that the groups all go in these routes, eventually meeting up there and starting down here.
But essentially, they all. Hang on. Yeah. But they all sort of eventually cross through that gate. Gotcha.
Yes, they all do go through that gate.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
So give me a deception check.
Okay. Hang on. My sheet's got to load. Oh dear. This is what I'm not good at. Hey, it doesn't matter.
Oh, dang. So yeah. They'll go, yes. Very strange. 3 groups, 3 identical boxes. And we all go through at different times and go to the Blazing Bones.
I see.
So yeah, you have an inspiration that you can either use to decrease the first DC or hold for a flashback if you want.
I'm probably going to hold that bitch.
Alrighty. Sim or Wristslitter, you all are next.
Okay. So. Alright, so Sim is going to don his finest regal attire and head over to the casino. And alright, let me just from a high level describe my plan. I'm gonna go to the casino. I'm gonna steal someone's. I'm assuming they have like an ID badge or something identifying them as an employee of the casino.
So coming into the Blazing Bones Casino, do you see the map?
Yes.
So you see as you go in to this main area, that there's a reception area that everyone goes through, where they have a few different guards, seemingly from different mercenary groups, and they are wearing a sort of a skull on fire emblem that suggests that that's their symbol, as well as a few people doing coin changing and whatnot here in the main entryway.
Okay.
And they all seem to have that same symbol of a skull on fire.
Okay, so I'm going to try to acquire one of those. Would I assume they have a laundry somewhere where they might wash uniforms, or are they? You think they're taken care of by the people at their personal residences, or?
There's one way to find out.
All right.
So yeah, going into the main part of the casino, which is this area, you see there's a center area with more coin changing going on, as well as a few card tables, tables where they're playing games of different games of chance. In one, it seems like there might be some like small animals fighting in a small sort of table-sized cage with people cheering on. All around the area, you see these curtained-off rooms that seem to be sort of private sitting areas, as well as a bar over here to the left of the entrance. And then you see 3 doors. The far one on the back goes into the theater and is labeled as such. To the right and left, you see two doors. The one on the left has what seems to be rooms that you can rent out if you want to stay here, and the right says staff quarters.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna go to the right. I'm gonna try to go through that door to the staff quarters.
Okay. So, walking over to it, give me a stealth check. Easily, yeah. So yeah, going over, you're easily able to sort of slip behind the curtains as a guard walks past, and then make your way down this hallway where you find several different rooms, sort of to the north and south. Entering one of them, you see that it looks like a lot of the employees just live here in the casino. The first room you enter has a small bed for a single person, as well as a wardrobe and a small chest.
Okay. I'm going to investigate the wardrobe and the chest and see if I can find some sort of piece of clothing that I think fits me. If not, I might have to just go to the next room.
Yeah. Looking through, looks like this person is about the same size as you, and they do have a few changes of the staff uniform.
Very good. So, now let's see, how do I want to get out of here with this? I'm going to... does the door have a lock on it?
It looks like they all do, yes.
Okay, I'm going to lock the door, and then I'm going to try to put on those clothes underneath my own clothes.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then, and then I'll just, once I have that done, I'll put my own clothes over the outside. And then I'll head back out.
Okay. Again, coming out, you see that the guards sort of looking around don't seem to be paying too much attention to the staff quarters door, and you are able to make it out of the casino.
All right.
So
I'm going to go to... I'm going to try to find... Alright, so step one is done. I have a uniform that hopefully will identify me well enough as an employee. So step two is going to be try to find the... oh my god, what's it called? Whatever woodworker makes those boxes, or made those boxes, maybe a way to say that.
Okay.
My goal there being to try to convince them that I'm an employee of the casino. Someone lost one of the boxes. As he knows, he made
3?
Well, I don't know that he made 3, but as he knows, he made them. I would probably assume there's more than one, just because I figured they'd have a backup, not because they're like doing 3 different routes or whatever. But and I'm just going to go in and pretend like I was sent by someone at the casino. Actually, that reminds me. On my way out of the casino, I want to stop by the front desk and inquire as to who the manager of the casino is. Or the owner, or whoever runs it.
So you're asking about the owner's name?
Yeah, either the owner or the manager or whoever be responsible for like day-to-day operations, I guess.
Well, the owner is More Paledream, but he does not often come down here. The pit boss, as we call him, is named Ziam Siong.
Okay, Ziam Siong. Okay, I'm going to use his name probably, and I'm gonna go find I'm just gonna start going to probably the most high-end, fanciest woodworker that I can find, and going down from there.
Okay, yeah, there are a few word workers, but you are able to find one of particular note that seems to specialize in like secure boxes and transportation.
Okay, so I'm going to tell him that that I'm sent from Seong, however you pronounce his name, and that we have lost a box and need a replacement made most urgently.
Oh, well, it is a very intricate box that he requested. It would take me much time to carve a new one.
We might need to sacrifice some of the quality of the original one. If you can't do this, I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job. I might just. Do you have the ability to create one that's similar looking, even if it doesn't have quite all the features?
Give me a deception check.
Deception. Oh wait. Why do I have
you did it.
Oh.
You got it.
Oh no, yeah, the actor feat is why I got advantage on that.
Yeah. I suppose I could, and yeah, he will create a box for you matching the boxes used by the casino, mostly. Close inspection would show that they are different, but on first look, it does seem it would seem to match up. So you get inspiration that you can either use to lower the DC of the first roll, or you can save it.
Okay. I'm going to save it, I think.
Alrighty, and that brings us to Wristslitter. What would you like to do to prep for this caper? Are you muted?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think for the preparation, I want to find or maybe bribe some merchants, whether like along the possible routes, to just happen to be moving shop during those time.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thought is I want someone that's gonna come through and tie up the transport long enough to get in and swap.
Okay, so you're trying to get them to sort of hold up the guard groups.
Yeah, and the plan is I don't want them to really know what's going on. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I know this is a little out of the ordinary, blah 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 blah, but do this for me, this or whatever. Yeah, just make like a transaction out of it. It's like, so I guess I'm gonna try to bribe someone into unknowingly assisting.
Okay, give me either persuasion or performance.
Okay, actually pretty decent at either of those. We'll go with persuasion.
So yeah, you do hire these merchants out, but they seem a little confused over sort of what you're asking, and they go, "Okay, I guess I can get things closed up at around 8 o'clock."
Oh, it's very good. Yeah, we you see, the thing is I heard there's actually a better spot for you to set up, just over that street over there. Yes, but I wouldn't do it until. And do I know the time that this the transport's going to be occurring, or a rough time?
Yeah, you know they roughly leave around 8 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, so it's just right at 8 o'clock or whatever. If you just go right where it is, I'm sure you'll get your pick of the best spot.
Sounds good to us. So unfortunately, you didn't meet the DC, so you don't get inspiration.
Right.
But we'll see how that plays out. So we will enter phase 2 of the caper. We're going to jump right into the action. So you all need to pick a face who is going to be making what's the first roll to determine how the first steps of this caper is going to go. So who would like to be the face of the caper?
I keep thinking of A-Team when you say face. It's like
Sim probably has the highest charisma and would volunteer for that role.
cool.
Good with that.
Got that -1 modifier, bruh.
So we'll tell you that this is going to be a wisdom check. As part
Got
of
plus-
the con job.
Got
Okay.
+2. I got +2 to that.
Yeah, Sim's not as great with wisdom, but he's okay.
I don't know if even Papaw is super confident in Papaw being the face of anything. But I'll give it a whirl.
Let's go for it.
What do you need me to roll? You said wisdom?
Yes. So yeah, roll a wisdom check. Whew, that was close.
Good. Good.
So let's see. Yeah, so around 8 o'clock, you all see that a group of mercenaries has lined up outside of one of the high-end jewelry stores in the main section of the town. And you see as 3 identical boxes are taken out and lined up in front of them. Each of them is then handed a dice, and you see them roll it. And then, once given instructions, begin to head off down 3 different streets. And we will pick up here. What would you guys like to do? So there are three identical carts led by 3 different mercenary groups heading down different streets in the city.
So I guess at some point prior to this, we would have shared our information with each other, right?
Yeah. You guys would have met before here and shared how your events
Cool.
went and
So basically, we all know they all come through that same gate. They all come along that wood there to the north,
yeah.
right? Let me zoom out my map here so you can see. Okay.
I can move the map if you want.
Cool. How many guards are with each one, just for curiosity's sake?
Let's see. So each one has 3 guards.
Okay. That was lucky. Okay.
They do seem to be heavily armored, sort of like ruffian mercenary style guards.
And you got one person pulling it and 2 people walking. Is that right? Because this is a hand cart.
They have one sort of just person pulling it for each of them, and then 3 guards in addition to the person pulling it. The person pulling it doesn't seem to be particularly well armed or anything.
Is there a way that we could get a... So we did get a slightly shoddy version of the box, correct?
Yes, you do have that.
Is there a way we could, like, have our cart... Have a fake cart and break down, essentially? Like, our guy broke an ankle or something? Like the pulling guy? And like, hey, can we put our box on your cart?
Okay,
Like, I mean, I'm asking the other, like, what do y'all think? Like, I
you
don't.
can try that.
We have an area like here, well, here through here, where it's relatively low population, and all three carts travel. Do we have an idea of how we're going to figure out which box we need? Other than getting all three boxes.
I don't know. That's a tricky one.
Because the easy answer is to get all three, right?
Yeah,
Like that-
but we only have one fake, so either we split up and one of us each takes one of the carts,
Right.
or we don't split up and we have to identify the correct one.
I think we have to know which one is the correct one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
How
I think
could we know that?
That's tricky.
So,
All right, let me think about this. So we got 3 boxes, 3 routes, 3 sets of guards. No one knows beforehand. Dang, I don't even know what to think about that.
I mean, there is always dropping a owlbear as they come through the gate onto the cart. That's a pretty good distraction.
It is definitely a good distraction, that's for sure.
You do think it would also bring a lot of attention.
We're heralded of the city. We're the good guys. They were robbing us. It was our cart.
What you guys playing?
Oh man.
The 3 carts are heading off in different directions currently. So yeah,
Okay.
One's going this way, one's going this way, and one's going this
So
way.
where can we see the cart? Is the cart's enclosed, right?
Yeah, it is enclosed in like a lock box, basically, that they're carrying.
Okay. Oh jeez.
I need a decision, guys.
I mean, I think it's in some way we have to confront them on the map between here and here. We don't have to confront all 3 in those same places. Like, we really don't want to be like swapping the boxes out as the second cart comes through behind. But
Completely agree.
I feel like the confrontation has to happen somewhere between there and there.
Oh man, what to do? What to do?
What's this little wood right here? Is this just a park?
So yeah, that's like a training area used by the town guards.
They wouldn't be there at night, though, right?
No, unlikely.
Word. That could be a good place to stash carts and things.
Could be, yeah.
Like if we could somehow manage to pull off hitting all 3.
Oh jeez.
I don't know.
Oh man.
yeah.
What you guys playing? You gonna meet them at the gate? You gonna try to ambush them? What you doing?
Okay, so say we meet them at the gate. Like, we all know they're going to pass through here at different times. If we can just do one by one in varying levels of shenanigans. Like, if it comes down to it, like, toss an owlbear in the middle if things get desperate. You know, I don't.
That is a very desperate plan, that's for sure. But it might be the only one we have.
Okay, so first, the closest cart to that gate is going to reach there first, unless you can beat it. So someone give me an athletics check.
I got that. Give me 1 second. I got athletics. Believe it or not, Papaw's pretty spry. Watch me say all this and then be terrible. Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, athletics check made. Papaw is easily able to hoist this cart, and rushing through back alleys, you are able to reach the gate between the noble and commoner districts before any of the 3 carts arrive. Looking down, you see that it's only going to be a few moments before the first cart rounds the corner.
Is there a marching order we can get of them? Like, is
yeah,
a person
so
in
the cart is sort of in the center with the person pulling it, and then 2 guards on each side and a guard in the back.
Okay. So, are there any guards here at the gate?
Yes, there are. Let's see how many there are. Oh, you are very lucky.
Yes,
and there
we
are
were.
currently only 2 guards at this particular moment. It's the changing of the guard of people. You can see in the far distance as like a group of guards is walking away that had probably just been left off duty, with these 2 waiting behind for the new rotation of guards to come in.
Are they up on the wall? Are they on the ground?
They're on each side of the gate.
Okay, cool. Guys, I'm at a loss. My brain is telling me to run a rope about ankle height across in front of the gate. That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Okay, I have an idea.
We could trip them and jump all over them. That's all I got.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to use Mage Hand. So, as an arcane trickster, I can use the Mage Hand to pick locks at range.
Uh-huh.
So I want to try to pick the lock on the box with my Mage Hand.
Okay, so the range is 30 feet.
Yep,
So
I'm going to have to maintain within 30 feet of one of these.
So I'd say if you take up a position inside of the gatehouse, you could probably get a good 30 feet, like, pass by, where you could potentially pick the lock as they're passing.
Okay.
Okay, so give me a stealth check.
Is the gatehouse manned?
Currently
No.
it is not.
Okay.
Yeah, the current guards just left. So yeah, as you start going to like let yourself in to this gatehouse, one of the 2 guards that are just sort of waiting for their companion see you. Go, hey now, what's this then?
What's the name of the captain of the town guard that we met earlier?
It's on the right there.
Yeah,
it
so
is
you know 2 people.
Hubertus.
Yeah, you know Hubertus, who's over like all of the guards, like sits on the town council, and you also know Acapella, who serves as sort of the like day-to-day management of the guards.
I think Acapella is probably the name I'm gonna drop here. I'm just gonna be like, Yeah, Acapella told me to meet him here. Is he not here yet?
Acapella has been on desk work for the past few days, while they were investigating that break-in down at the docks.
Oh, God.
Give me a deception check. Though I suppose that he does pass through here on his way home after work. Go on and wait for him, and we will let him know you're here. So yeah,
Alright, thank you.
you are able to take up inside of the guardhouse. Wristslitter and Papaw, you see from the other end of the gate as these 3 guards and the cart starts passing through. Sim, using his mage hand, you are able to unlock the box from a distance.
Okay, do I have enough time to use my mage hand to open the box just slightly to see if it is empty?
So currently it has a cover over top of it. You would have to
actually take that off.
Okay,
So in other words-
I will take that off.
It's full on distraction time, right?
Yeah, is there Bizarre moving through yet?
Yeah, you do see like a group of merchants sort of gathered near the corner, sort of like prepping their stuff. How would Wristslitter get them to come over? You do see there are some horses nearby, like pulling carts, just slightly in the distance.
Yeah, so I would probably approach them and I'd be like, my friends, the nobles are about in the location that I told you. They had some fat purses.
Oh, you don't say. Well, we must be on our way then.
Yes, they've had quite a bit to drink. You best hurry. I'm sure the purses will be spilling out tonight, my friends.
Okay, yeah. You see as they start, like, very quickly, like, pulling on ropes and getting everything tied up on their horses, who sort of, like, jump at the excitement going on around them. Give me... How do you want to do this? Do you want the horses to, like, try to run through, like, by scaring them? Or do you want to motivate the people to move faster?
I think his intention was to get them to motivate to move faster, because I want them to kind of just come through and just hold them up long enough, you know, for us to do the deed.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Sure. Jeez.
he's not doing good on his persuasion checks.
2 and a 4.
Yeah, they do hitch up their buggies and are getting like they get sort of close to the rear guard, and you see him sort of turn around and go, "Now hold off, we'll be through in a moment." At that point, Sim, you pull this covering off of the top of the box, but all 3 guards see it and draw arms looking around.
Oh, good.
What would you like to do?
Yay!
So
They currently do not see the source of what caused it, so they are not engaged you in battle currently,
Yet.
but they do know something's up.
So what are the odds we just let this one go on through and stop the other 2? Try again 2 more times. I mean, we got a 2 and 3 chance, right?
Oh man.
So I thought of a distraction. Papaw jumps on his flying carpet and ignites his gem of brightness like a strobe light as he flies around.
Like around the gate?
What in the world?
Just. I mean, I feel like it would get the attention, right?
I mean, it definitely would do that.
I even thought that maybe I could tie a rope onto myself and hook the crate, but it might be too heavy, which would just like unseat me off my my carpet.
I think it would be probably pretty heavy.
Papaw's like $1.80, so probably not going to be great. I don't know, boys. I don't know.
Yeah, you see as these guards, they sensing something is up, call to their puller to go faster now, and are going arms drawn down the street through the gate.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Out of curiosity, what's this distance? Hang on, where's my little line drawing thing? Here it is. Like, what's the distance to the trees past the gate?
It's probably
50 feet or so?
Yeah, 50 to 75 feet ish.
I mean, we could try to fall back there. I don't know, boys. I don't know. It's bad. It's gone instantly bad.
And as they're going, you see a bit farther in the distance, the second cart has rounded the corner up here.
Oh man.
Since I'm on the ground level, is there any chance I can get close enough just to look into the cart to see if it's the one or not?
So currently it is closed. It's unlocked and uncovered, but it is not open.
And so is there like a driver in the front of the car?
So there's a driver in the front, and then the 3 guards who are on alert currently. Now you could try to like sneak around the guards and get a peek in.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. I just wanted to sneak and get close enough to see if it was.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Sure. Let's see how poorly I can roll this one. Improvement.
Yeah, so coming up on these alerted guards, you think you see maybe a way you could like sneak under the wheel and get up on the cart, but they are just on alert. As soon as you like step out towards them, the closest guard goes, "Hold now! Wait for us to pass."
What was the reaction? Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna push my luck. I will like I'll be like, I was just assisting the horses there, my friend. Go right ahead, and I'll like bow to them.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
Sure.
What was the reaction of the gate guards when they drew their weapons?
They looked at them like peculiarly, but they're like at the end of their shift. So they're just like,
Right.
So yeah, the guards, believing Wristslitter was looking to assist the horses, go, "You will help the horses as soon as we are by."
Yeah, and I'll like scurry over there and do my best to look like I'm being helpful.
Yeah, you can do that. And the horses they seem like jittery at like the stuff going on around them. They're drivers in a glut for gold seem to be like pushing them a bit to move towards the like higher end gold paying patrons.
Is there anything I could do to coax the horse to break loose then?
Yeah, you could do that. Give me. Let's see.
I think maybe I have some horse pheromones. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
So it'd normally be animal handling. If either of the other 2 players want to use their inspiration, they could change it and do a flashback for you. I'd allow that, or it's just straight animal handling.
I get +2 to animal handling.
Oh man.
Is there a way we can harass them into attacking us and get the two
Ugh.
guards to help us?
You could engage in combat.
But what I'm saying though is like,
I don't know
could
if you
we
could get the guards to help you. That'd be a
help? We're being oppressed. Help!
We're
you know?
being oppressed. You'd have to do a check to see if they'd help you, but you can
I mean,
engage in combat. Yes.
This fighting 3 guys is going to quickly turn into 6 and 9.
Yeah.
So, Wristslitter, you want to do the animal handling?
Sure. What the heck? Yeah. So I'm gonna have a little vial of pheromones, and I'll kind of just like rub them on one of the horse's nostrils there. Or maybe I was like when I was near the cart there, maybe I was like doing like a little driblet leading over to these horses.
Okay.
Smash it on the side of the wagon.
Right, yeah. All right. Not my forte, but there you go.
Okay. So yeah, taking this little vial of horse pheromones, you like sprinkle it behind you, and one of the horses just seems to break free and charges towards one of these guards that you had gotten close to. The guard sort of like raises his blade to engage in combat with it, and it just hoofs him right in the face. The other 2 guards and the puller just start taking off down the street at a brisk pace, leaving their fallen compatriot behind.
I feel like we jump them, right? I feel like this is our moment. Am I crazy? Or am I just being a murder hobo? Or is this our moment?
No, I think this is the moment.
Yeah, this is probably.
I don't think we have a choice.
Okay, so I'd say at this point you're about right. Ooh, that went crazy.
Yes, that's the path we want.
That's the path we want. Yeah, I'd say at this point they're probably about right here. The second cart is going to pass the gate soon. Third cart is there. And let's roll initiative.
We've done so well in combat recently.
We haven't done
Right.
well in anything recently.
Well, no. Let's see. Why is my... Oh, I'm doing it wrong.
Let's see. Let me make
How do
a page
you...
real quick.
Do you want to put tokens out first?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Oh,
figure
hold
out.
on a second. I'm going to make us a battlefield.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, at least we've learned that heists aren't our forte.
So here's the road.
just crippled by indecision, watching disaster get ever closer.
Yeah, you guys can, if you want to place yourself wherever you'd like. When this starts.
I guess I'm still in the guard tower.
Well,
I mean,
where is
you could have like caught up to the team by this point, unless you wanted to stay back.
Are we past the guard tower?
Yes, you're currently past the guard tower.
Okay.
If you haven't healed, everybody got a chance to heal up.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm at -1 health. That doesn't. I'm not sure about that. So where's the wagon itself?
I'm gonna put that in. I was looking for. I was hoping to find a little symbol for it.
I know I had one when I did one on Roll20 in my list of whatever they're called, assets or whatever, like a little pull wagon.
Yeah. I think it's under this one. Nope. all these tokens. I have to use something else. This fire pit will represent the wagon.
So the guy pulling it, the 2 guards, and then the wagon.
Yeah, and over. I guess we can put a horse and a incapacitated guard over here. This guy's been knocked unconscious by his horse, or by the horse that Wristslitter spooked. And yeah, 2 guards, cart. Sam, are you going to be in this combat? Or are you staying behind?
Yeah. My token's not dragging out for some reason.
Let me see if I can do it.
Looks like I am unable to join the combat.
Hey, there I am. Sorry, guys. Catch you next time.
Yeah. Best of luck. You hear from the window of the guardhouse.
That's
Go get them, boys. I'm rooting for you.
that's sort of what happened with some of our combats when I was playing a druid. Oh, combat's happening. I'm gonna hide now.
Later, fellas.
Let's give our cart puller a turn.
Oh, I probably need to roll, don't I? Herp derp. Oh, Papaw, no.
Alrighty. First up is Wristslitter. The 2 guards on alert and the 1 knocked unconscious. They are pulling this cart.
Alright, so seeing my chance to act, I will just come on up. Which square is this guy in? I'll just move there. And yeah, I'll move in with my, I guess, rapier. Yes, I'm assuming. I don't know what he typically attacks with, but.
Righty. How much hit points do you have? You do not have a lot. So yeah, 25 hits, and you are easily able. This guard sort of rushing ahead, trying to flee any danger, to spear him with your rapier. Are you trying to kill him?
That's a good question. I think Wristslitter wouldn't really care if he died.
Okay.
Like, yeah, he's kind of inconsequential about it. Like, he's like, we're gonna make the heist. If some hands get bloodied, then so be it.
If some wrist gets slit.
Some wrist
Right.
gets slit.
Yeah.
So yeah, dashing ahead, the guard's sort of like rushing and not paying attention. You're easily able to find a hole in his defenses. Spearing through with your rapier, he falls dead in the street. Which one were you? Oh, it was the first one. Sim, you are up. Yeah, that's a good spell to use here. You want to map out where you darkness it?
Are you muted?
You might be muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sort of talking to myself, so I muted so you guys wouldn't think I was nuts. But like, the 15-foot radius. Like, oh. Why is that a square? I don't want a square. Ah, alt. All right, sorry.
You're good.
So the circle. Can you guys see the circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the circle is where I cast darkness. And then I'm going to run. I'm going to use my devil's sight and run directly to the box as my movement.
Did you choose the point or an object?
I'm casting it on the cart.
On the cart. It's good to know. So the darkness will move with the cart. Alrighty. So you're using your devil's sight so you can see through it, right?
Yes, and then I'm going to run up. Let me grab my thing, and we'll run up to the cart.
Okay. Anything else?
If I can see at this point, I'm going to if I can see like whether this is the box or not. I don't know if I have anything left where I can tell that, but my goal here is going to be to see if the diamond's in the box now that it's unlocked and uncovered.
So yeah, I'd say as a bonus action you can lift the box open.
Okay, yeah, I will do that.
As you lift it open, you see inside it is weighted down with several heavy rocks.
Oh boy.
Womp, womp, womp.
So,
Alright.
So you guys know I did roll for which cart is is the real one. When they started going. Okay, so that's the end of Sim's turn. The cart will pull ahead. So he'll move his max distance, but the darkness goes with him. Let me go ahead and that. So he moves 60 feet ahead. I don't have 60 feet on this map, so
he's gone, essentially.
yeah. This guard, seeing his companion dead in the street, is going to Sim and Wristslitter both roll me a d20. The highest one gets attacked. Sim, you are the closest target, having just been up on the cart. And this guard, having been freed from the darkness, will see the person that seems to be endangering him and his job. So he will strike out to hit. 4 to hit, I imagine, does not hit.
It does indeed not hit. And Sim will just like raise his hands and like step back or what as a reaction to that or whatever. Like he's not fighting back. He's gonna be like, I didn't do anything. What's happening?
Why
wait,
you do this?
So yeah. Papaw, you are up.
All right, so we have no idea that the diamond is not in there, correct?
You all do not. Sim does.
Okay.
But you see this orb of darkness basically running down the street blind.
Okay. And the guard standing between the middle of them, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'll run up beside Sim and give him the old double whack with the staff of bird calls. Let me find my... Here we go. Whack, whack.
Yeah. Are you trying to kill him?
I mean, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill him.
So yeah,
Dang.
coming up to this guard, you're easily able with a double blow from your
Wait, hang on. This wasn't the guy I shared drinks with, was it?
No, they seem to have been pulling a different cart.
So, out of curiosity, real quick. So, to the north of us,
Is
There
the
is that-
edge of like the guard training area.
the woods, though. So, we need to stash these guys up in there as fast as humanly possible.
So you guys are out of combat. The Orb of Darkness cart is dashing away. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna start dragging this guy to the trees as quickly as possible, and I'll yell to tell them to get the other guys out of the road.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
That I can do. It's one of the few things Papaw's good at. Believe it or not.
Who else is pulling bodies? There's 2 other bodies outside the one Papaw has.
Yeah, I'll help with that.
Oh, that wasn't as good as I'd hoped.
Athletics checks
For a-
from anybody helping.
For a +5, you think?
Yeah, so it's slow going, especially for Sim. Seeing the other 2 bodies getting pulled by Papaw and Wristslitter, you dash to try to get the one that was knocked unconscious by the horse, and you're just able to like pull it into one of the neighboring bushes when you see the other cart pass through the far gate.
So where is our?
So currently, you guys are.
Well, I was going to say, where is our
Currently, you guys are here.
cart? Because we have a fake cart with a fake thing, right?
I'd say you could have stashed it nearby.
Okay. Can we like put it in the road with the wheel off?
Yeah, you could do that.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey guys, that sort of situation.
Okay, what are each of you doing to assist in this? So you're going to put the cart in the road and take the wheel off. How are each of you sort of helping with that?
I'll pull it over.
Okay, so Papaw pulls it over, puts it in the road. Sim, Wristslitter?
It's a good question.
Yeah, what are we doing here exactly?
I mean,
I think-
essentially making a roadblock, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
mean,
the idea is using the cart as a roadblock currently.
if nothing else, we can do a distraction attempt, right?
Yes.
Do the uniforms of the guards look like they will fit any of the companions here?
They look like they could probably fit Sim or Papaw. They'd be a little loose on Wristslitter.
Well, yeah, I knew they probably wouldn't fit the Goblin, but
What was the other guy doing the pulling wearing?
He was wearing sort of just commoner's clothes. It looked like
Cool,
maybe he
so-
was just
Like-
a hired helper.
We can use traditional fantasy racism to our favor. Make the goblin be the cart puller.
Okay.
Like that would be totally in character, right? Like like nobody would question that. What am I crazy?
So you're gonna have Sim pulling or Wristslitter on the cart, and you 2 posing as guards.
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys like trying to quickly put on the disguises, or any disguises or anything, or are you just sort of gonna go as you are?
I don't
as
know
we
if we have
stashed-
time.
Yeah, yeah. Do we have time or no?
It would be very hard for you to get
Okay,
those guys.
so no. We're going as we are.
Alrighty.
Fuck
Yeah.
it, we'll do it live.
So, so cart is out in the road, seemingly disabled. As the second cart pulls up, the other guards go, "Oh there! What's all this?"
We lost a wheel.
Some brigands came and no, not brigands. Shit, merchants. That's what they are. And there was a large group of them.
Some merchants came.
There was a large group of them, and our cart got hit by another cart and lost the wheel here.
Well, that's too bad. And you'd actually recognize these guards, Papaw, as the ones you had drank with the night before.
Can I, before I do this, let me make sure I explain it so it's going to go, I have a grasp on how it's going to go. If I do the third command word and expend 5 charges, they're sort of coming up the road towards us. I'd imagine I can get them in a 30-foot cone, right?
Yeah, I'd say that's doable.
I'm going to blind the piss out of them.
Okay. So yeah, they're there talking with you all. Like, oh, that's too bad. I guess we will try to help you. Papaw raises his gem of brightness, and a blinding flash emanates in a cone out, blinding the guards and the puller of the second cart. What are you all going to do?
We got to make sure if it's the right one or not.
Yeah, that's probably like the first
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so Wristslitter, jumping up to the cart, give me a sleight of hand check to pick the lock.
Sure. Sleight of hand. There you go.
Easily, Wristslitter slides under the cart, short enough to almost slip between the ground and the bottom of the cart without ducking. Jumps up on the back and easily unlocks the lock. It's still covered and closed.
No.
Mage hand.
Alrighty, Sim, using his mage hand, rips the cover off. How long does this last?
1 minute.
1 minute. Alrighty, yeah, you guys would have time. Papaw lifting up the top of this cart, you see it is also weighed down with rocks.
With just rocks?
That's correct.
Yeah, I just shake my head back at them with a sad face.
So, do we have time to get our wagon wheel back on, everything up in the woods, and pretend like none of that ever happened, and they can just go on?
So you guys have a minute. I'd say you've used about half of it.
Okay. Can we knock it? Do we have time to knock them out?
Probably. Everybody give me attack rolls.
Do I give you 2 attack rolls or just 1?
Yeah, if you have 2 attacks, give me 2. We'll see how this goes.
I do have stunning strike also.
Oh man. So Sim doesn't want to kill them.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to kill the dude I know.
Yeah,
Can
you guys
I-
knock
Can
him
I attack
unconscious.
with the flat of my short sword?
Yeah. I'd say you could easily knock them unconscious. We're just seeing how much. Yeah, if they're able to dodge in their blindness. So yeah, working
Okay.
as a group. Wristslitter, are you on board for the not killing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, working as a group with your blinded opponents, you're easily able to knock them all unconscious on the side of the road. At this point, you see in the distance the third cart is pulling up towards the gate.
So we need to, as quickly as possible, drag all this shit up into the woods as quickly. You're just gonna wake up in a pile.
No wait. Okay, guys, just pretend to be giving them aid. Pretend like they were attacked by someone else, and we're giving them aid.
Okay, so toss the box into the woods like somebody stole it.
Just leave it. Just leave the box open, like someone opened it, and then we'll just say they came up and attacked them out of nowhere, and
Right.
we're trying to help. So everyone be like, I don't know, acting like you're trying to help the guards somehow.
Pretending to assist. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys can do that. So you guys are gonna be acting like you're assisting these guards as the third one pulls up?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like flag them down for help.
Okay.
We've all been robbed. Help!
Yeah, someone give me a deception check with advantage.
Not me.
Nice.
Alrighty. So yeah, the deception seems to work. The guards coming up on another disabled cart. They draw their weapons and go, "What happened here?"
Oh my goodness! We're so glad you're here. Some people ran up. It just went dark, and then all of a sudden, the darkness disappeared. This box was open, and they stole the gem that was inside it. We saw them running up into the woods, and I'll like point up into the woods.
Well, that will be for others to figure out. We have to get on our way.
But they stole the gem. I saw them carrying it. I saw them carrying like lots of gems.
They'll sort of look at each other and go, Give me another deception check.
but wait.
Oh damn!
They
Oh
go,
wait, I don't get advantage on that, but I rolled the 21st anyway.
Yeah. So go. You go check it out. We'll go on our way. He'll say to one of his companions, who will start heading in the direction you pointed.
Okay, I want to use my shit. Where is it? I want to use that to speak into their mind with like the most like regal voice I can muster. I want to speak into the minds of the two who are staying there. Go with him, or you will not recover the jewels.
Give me a persuasion check.
Damn, I have a +9 to persuasion.
Oh gosh.
Can you use the what's it called?
The inspiration.
The scene earlier, yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. That's up to the DM. I already rolled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to stick to their plan. So one guard heads off to the woods. The other two begin pulling off towards the casino.
All right.
Do we wait till he's in the woods and jump him?
I don't think we have much of a choice, really. Okay, yeah. Okay, as he goes up into the woods, I want to use minor illusion to make a sound of like men screaming in the woods.
Okay. What are you trying to accomplish? To have him like go faster, or
To have him go faster and/or attract the attention of the two who are proceeding on their way.
Okay. So the two guards pulling with the cart puller, hearing these screams, will turn for a moment, and then we'll go, "We must hurry up." While the other one rushes into the woods. Wristslitter, while this is going on, what are you doing?
I think with all this going on, he is like discreetly trying to get near the chest on the wagon.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Alrighty. So yeah, Wristslitter, you are easily able, in their just sort of distracted state, they turn towards the woods hearing these screams, and you were able to slip up under the cover of the wagon without the puller or guards knowing. And you are now right up against this giant chest.
Okay. It has to be this one, so I'm not even going to try to pick the lock. I think it's time to try to just get this one out of there.
Okay. So we will begin.
Maybe do a swap. Yeah.
We will begin phase 3 of our heist. The score, which is going to be a skill challenge. To get this
We're
out
doomed.
and get away with your goods. So I'm going to need 5 successes before 3 failures. So all 3 of you roll initiative. I can pull you guys on here.
Oh, good. These cold nights is rough on Papaw's joints. It's a little slow.
Alrighty. There we go. So, Wristslitter, you are first up in our skill challenge. You're on the cart. The prize is in front of you in this chest. But there are still 2 guards and a cart puller and potential witnesses around. What would you like to do?
So I'm thinking we have stashed our fake chests nearby, probably.
Yeah,
At the
In the wood. No, it's in the road. It's in the road.
it's in the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm trying to think. Do I want to get the other chest up here first? All right. So I think Wristslitter is like, before anything else, I need to get this chest in our possession. So I want to get this off the cart first.
Okay. Give me a either athletics or so let's do either athletics if you're going to try to shove it off, or maybe acrobatics if you're going to try to like leverage it and swing it off.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna try to like, do some maneuver in which like I kind of just like grab it and spring shot myself some way off the wagon with the chest. Yes,
Okay.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Critical success there.
Nice.
Finally, rolling
Yeah.
good.
Ooh, I hit a button. Go away, please. So yeah, Wristslitter is easily able to latch on and with some dexterous mobility springs himself and the chest off of the cart, rolling into the road, launching it a good 10-15 feet away from the driver and the 2 remaining guards. Papaw, you are up.
Wait, say that again. He launched himself off the cart, correct?
With the chest. The
Gotcha.
chest is in the road. If you
So I have
if you still have inspiration, Papaw and Sim, you can use it during the skill challenge.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Cart
a
is in the
logistical
road.
question.
Guards are there. Yep.
How do I keep my carpet rolled up in my backpack, or like how do I keep my flying carpet?
I'd say you keep it, sort of rolled up and close by.
Should we just like throw it down, jump on, and whiz away?
That's going to be probably the fastest, right? How fast is it going to be with 3 of us and a
So,
chest of
with
kills?
total weight, right? It can move 600 pounds at 40 feet. speed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's as good of a plan as any we've had today.
It's 5x7. I feel like it's big enough. I mean, how much does the chest weigh, you reckon?
Probably, 300 to 500 pounds.
Oh, good. Well, I feel like one of those weights we can do it, and one of those.
Yeah, it's just a couple hundred pounds.
Okay. So
Damn,
I'm
500.
So I'm 173. I mean, the other thing is we can try to, like, run south and make it to Wristlitter's house. Like, just take off with it.
Oh man.
We're gonna have to do something with the 2 guards.
That is part of the skill challenge.
Okay. So what are my avenues here as far as kind of just attack the guard? Can we I help Wristliter up and we just beat feet? Like,
those are all options. You just gotta tell me what you want to do.
All right, I'll whack one of the guards then.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Let's save and throw. Hang on. Well, it works out the same, don't it?
I think it does. Unless you're
Let's see.
proficient in it.
I am proficient, yes.
Okay. These guards see the goblin, and the chests fall out of the back of their cart. They draw weapons, and you come up and are able to block one of their blows coming in, and you swipe to try to knock one unconscious, but he is staying up. You're currently 1-1. And Sim, you are up. The guards are alerted. The chest is in the road with Wristliter. Okay. Give me an Arcana check. Just to see what it does. Okay. So what are you casting it on? Or, you might be muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I was sitting here like having a conversation with nobody. I'm casting darkness on the chest itself.
Alrighty.
The goal being we're gonna just try to like run away with it while we're like just all ensconced in darkness.
Okay, Wristliter holding the chest, having just taken it off the back of the cart. You see as darkness just wraps around you, and you are up.
Okay. So I've got the chest out in the alley. Now, with the commotion with the guards, I'm going to try to get our fake chest onto the cart.
Okay. So yeah, you know generally where the fake chest is. Give me a yeah, I suppose either athletics or acrobatics again.
Alright, I'll do acrobatics.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you quickly get up and rush over to where you know the fake chest is. Picking it up, you sort of sling it over to where the other cart is, and it slides next to it. It doesn't quite make it into the cart, but it is right next to where the original used to be.
Yeah, that's fine. He's probably a little rushed.
Papaw. The fake chest is next to the wagon. The real chest has a darkness globe around it in the middle of the street. And the guards are still alerted. What would you like to do?
How are they orientated?
So yeah, you got the wagon puller with the wagon, and then a guard on each side.
So they would be within a 30-foot cone, what you're
Yes.
saying.
They could.
Let's see. I guess I'll do power word 3. Burn another 5.
All right.
Blind the piss out of them.
Yeah, give me a Arcana check, I suppose.
I'm not good at that.
I'll give you advantage since you're doing since you're sort of using an item here.
Cool.
So yeah, you're able to easily blind the 2 guards. However, the cart puller is facing away from you and is still pulling ahead away from them. So we need 2 more successes before another failure. And Sim, you are up.
Alright. Oh, man. Alright, so with Darkness cast, I'm going to, oh god. I'm going to go try to grab the chest and just, like, run somewhere with it.
Okay. Give me, athletics or acrobatics.
Oh god!
Actually, are you trying to hide with it?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Give
just,
me
like, get it out of sight.
I see. Give me a stealth check, then.
Okay. That's better.
Okay. So yeah, you are able, under cloak of darkness, to grab the real chest and ducking into an alley and swinging it around. You don't believe anyone knows where it is at, except for you currently. Wristslitter, you are up. It is 1-1.
Okay, so we've swapped the chest. So we basically need to just cover or escape. And I guess that's dealing with the guards. Am I getting that?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna, like, from the wagon, like, jump down and try to just, like, plop one of these guards in the back just to kind of, like, knock him out, or at least, like, knock him down so we can get out of here.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, I suppose.
Okay. I'm gonna make it with the rapier, but I'm not really trying to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rapier him. Ugh.
Alrighty. So yeah, you bounce the back of your. You say you were doing it to the cart driver?
No, I was thinking
Or one
the
of the
guard.
guards.
The cart driver, I'm just gonna let him just go on.
Surprise, he was the real guard all along. He's a wizard.
Okay. So yeah, you try to knock out one of these guards. Boom. And but he stays up and sees you.
Okay.
So currently, the chest is out of sight, out of mind, but these guards know who you are and could identify you. Where would you like to go from here?
Kill him? Kill him?
Yeah. They're just gonna come get us if not.
Huh?
Kill him? Kill them?
Is that the plan?
Murder? Reckless hate?
You also hear a distant whistle
No.
as
some more
a
guards,
group
probably.
of backup comes from the first cart that sped off. This one much more heavily armed. We roll an initiative. What are you guys doing?
Maybe we just make a break for it and take our chances trying to lose them.
So they were blinded. How could they identify us?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so the guards could not identify you. Actually, yeah, you'd have advantage because they're blind, Wristslitter, on that last check.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me give you...
I forgot they were blind. Thank you for reminding me.
Can't see shit.
It's worse.
It's worse. So yeah, the guards are not able to identify you, but you do hear as a group of representatives from the casino are rushing in your direction.
Do we have time to get on the carpet and dip?
Give me an athletics check. See how quickly you can get this out.
Mm.
You guys are not doing the best tonight.
No.
Yeah, you're able
No.
to find your flying carpet and you sort of roll it out and get it ready. But at that time, the guards are sort of reaching near where Sim is with the chest. Sim, what would you like to do? You see this group of guards have come to the rescue of the caravans that have been pillaged.
So I still have darkness cast on the chest.
That's correct.
What are they? How are they reacting to the darkness?
Did you move far? What is that like visible from the street? How far did you move in?
I would have moved the box like to try to with the darkness cast on. I either would have dropped concentration or like once the thing was in the alley, or
Okay. So,
I would have. I don't know. I probably would have dropped concentration on it unless I thought I could still be seen.
Okay, yeah, so moving into the alley, you drop concentration. And yeah, you see this group of guards, probably 20 or 30 of them, have moved up the street towards your location.
Oh, wow. But how visible is the box in the alley? Is it like super obvious?
I mean, there's a broken down cart. I don't believe there's any current. The box in the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to hide it easily back here.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna spend my turn trying to hide it, and then like pretending to like cower in the alley, like I'm scared of being attacked by like some ruffians.
Okay, give me a deception check. Yeah, you see as a group of these guards like comes down the alley looking for what's going on, and they see you cowering there. They go, "Don't fear, citizen. We are here to put down these thieves."
Most of them ran into the woods, and I'll like point in the direction of the woods. I saw them with gems, and I think
They'll turn back and head in that direction. Wristslitter, what are you doing at this point? You might be
Sorry, I was
muted.
chewing. Yeah, I was chewing.
Yeah.
So, Wrestler knows that the heist hangs on the razor's edge here. I'm assuming I'm probably across the alley from Sim. Are you near the chest, Sim?
I think you're
Are
muted.
you muted?
sorry. Yeah, I focused on hiding it, but then I'm cowering near it, to keep a watch on it, basically.
Okay. So I kind of want to divert attention from him, since they've turned from him. If there's any remaining guards,
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is actually look conspicuous or suspicious and going like the opposite direction
Okay. Give me a
to draw the rest away.
give me a performance check with advantage.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, some of the guards that are sort of loitering around, looking for the people that have pulled this heist off, see you, sort of like slinking back.
Yeah, so I'll like knock over like a stall or something on the street or whatever, like when I see them come, and I'll just go in like the complete opposite direction or whatever, and I'm just gonna try to like just run and hide.
Alrighty, yeah. So yeah, you duck down some alleyways between stalls, and eventually are able to pull up between two houses. There's a very small slit, almost perfectly goblin-sized, that you slide inside of, and the guards just run past, losing sight of you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Papaw, what are you doing?
Oh. So
Your carpet is out, but guards have fallen upon you all. As far as you know, the chest is safe with Sim in the alley.
So I called it earlier. I'm gonna fly off in a circle up in the air with my little gem flashing as a distraction.
Okay, which direction are you flying?
I was sort of thinking about not necessarily a direction, but more just like off to the north.
Okay.
Just like with maximum flashes on my little gem.
Alrighty. Give me a... maybe a...
Cackling wildly as I go.
Not sure what sort of thing that would be. I'd say you could probably just pull this off on its own merits. Yeah, the flying carpet is seen taking off.
I would like to clearly and resoundingly yell out. You'll never catch insert name that's not my name.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say "fuck the police."
No, that's a good one too. But I was thinking more along the lines of like,
Give me a deception check.
okay, hang on, let me think of a name real quick. And you'll never catch Professor Boppet.
Okay, great.
And then deception.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you-
clearly not deception.
So you fly off away from where some unconscious and dead guards are piled up, and you look up and scream, "You'll never catch Professor Boppet!" And some of the guards look at each
This is
other
so
and they
good.
go, "That was not Professor Boppet."
But they
So-
didn't say it was Papaw.
That is true.
That's true.
So after a few hours,
All that matters.
Yeah.
After a few hours of searching, the guards seem to spread out and relent that they have lost their marks. And you all meet up back in Wristlitter's hovel with chest in hand.
Whew. How am I going to get back into the city? I guess I'm going to have to fly around, land, fold my carpet up, and then walk back into town.
That's probably a good idea.
I'll enter from the opposite direction I left.
Well, there's only the one northern gate.
Oh.
You could fly around and jump in the water and come up on the docks.
No, yeah, I'll just land over by my boat. I'll come in low on the water so they don't see me coming.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, landing down, you see your boat. It's still there, moored in the harbor. You don't see your hirees though. They must be either off sleeping or drinking or whatnot.
Either way, they're not maintaining the boat to a sufficient level.
It depends. Is 9 p.m. a time you would expect them to be on the boat?
Either way.
Yes, they are not on the boat at 9 p.m.
Okay. We'll have words later. So it's why you don't hire swamp orcs to do maintenance.
So yeah, coming in through the docks, you make your way to Wristlitter's hovel. Sim, after the guards have thoroughly dispersed, you disguise the chest with a bit of cloth and whatnot, and make your way across the bridge. Similarly with Wristslitter, coming out of your hidey hole, you all make your way to your meeting point. And what would you like to do here? The chest is up on the table where the map used to be. Heist successful with complications.
As expected. The complications part, at least.
Can we take a brief break
Yeah, we can do that.
at this moment, like say 5 minutes or so? Let me get some water and
Yeah, you guys want to take a break?
cigarette.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. We'll take
Since we survived.
yeah, so we'll take a couple minutes and
Cool.
be right back.
Okay.
Alrighty, welcome back. So the party has successfully pulled off their heist with some complications, but you have all managed to make it back with the chest to Wristlitter's hideout. What would you all like to do?
I would suggest to everyone else that we need to do something to mitigate the fact that that did not go as planned at all.
Well, I think first thing is see what we got.
We
Like,
should,
is it
yeah,
just
definitely.
Just the one gem, or
So yeah, picking the lock of this intricate chest, you all open it up to find that it is just sprinkled with gemstones. And sitting on the very top of it is a huge diamond. Spending the night counting it up, you find one diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces, and mixed gemstones worth about 2,000 gold pieces.
All right. So
one diamond worth 99 gold pieces, 999 gold pieces. Go back and start over.
Yeah,
It's chip.
if only. No. No, it does have a diamond worth what you need.
So, Wristslitter, seeing that big diamond, he's like, yeah, I know these guys need it, but as soon as he sees that, like, this is like his thought process, he's like, I gotta get that for myself somehow.
Alright.
So I'm wondering. Okay, so here's the question: when I opened up the chest, I'm assuming the other two guys were like standing there with me.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Well, no actions yet, but he's like, man, that'd be really nice to have that.
Alrighty, so it does leave how you guys want to divvy up your loot.
Right.
Okay, one gem is worth basically half of the entire, or a third of the entire haul. The other two is, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, of varying values, but equaling about 2,000 gold.
These aren't traceable, correct?
You wouldn't think so. It'd probably be suspicious if you moved all of them at once, but you feel if you use them, say, sparingly in transactions or change them out over the course of days or weeks, you might be able to pass them through unnoticed. But if you show up at like the jewelry store with 2,000 gold of gemstones, you feel that's probably going to attract some attention.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. We can definitely get this taken care of. Sim will explain that he has contacts who could probably handle this. And for DM's info, I'm thinking about my noble patron who's sponsoring me in this city.
Oh yeah,
Thinking that he probably has enough money and contacts to either take care of it himself or know a guy who knows a guy or whatever.
Yeah, he'd be able to fence these for you. If that's what you're looking to do.
Yeah. So I mean, if I think he could fence that without issue, I would definitely go that route.
Okay, everybody on board with that?
Yeah.
So as you guys count them out, get a guesstimate of their value, you do hear a knock on the door. Wristslitter, you know that this is the delivery of the daily paper that you have delivered to you.
Oh, good. The paper from the slums.
Yeah, so I would just like have my finger up to the others, and I'd scamper out to the door. I'm assuming my little hovel, it's basically like one room, or
Yeah,
it's
basically.
probably
I would saddle up on the hinge side of the door because I'm immediately on alert.
is the chest like sitting like right there on the table or anything?
Middle of the fucking room.
Yeah, basically is. Yeah, just sitting there in the middle of the
I'm just
room.
gonna don't answer it. Don't answer it. Get it later. It can't be as important as this, and I'll gesture towards the chest.
I'm still going to go over by the hinge side of the door.
Yeah, he'll come over and just wait by the door.
Okay. After a moment, you hear footsteps going down the alley away from your door.
Alright, I'll like slowly crack open the door and just look.
Yeah, and you see the paper has been left outside for you.
Alright, yeah, I'll just slide it in.
Yeah, pulling it up, you see that someone has quickly sketched up on the front cover a group of guards with 3 open chests in front of them, sort of looking quizzically at it. And it says, late night heist. 3,000 gold pieces missing in large font.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like throw that at Papaw. Like, nothing to worry about, my friends.
Are there any pictures of like the people, like sketches?
So yeah, reading through, you see that there aren't any witnesses to what the people looked like. However, the town guard is now requiring all magic carpets be registered in the city.
So,
Clutch.
And that if you're caught flying one without a registration, that they will confiscate it from you.
I'll just register mine through Hubertus. I mean, we go back and stuff, so. The law is on my side.
Alrighty. Where would you like to go from here?
I'll send a note to my patron. And in the note, I just want to write, "Hope you saw the paper this morning." And that's it.
Okay. So yeah, sending that on through a courier. You eventually do receive word back of a meeting point in the south here to meet them at a warehouse that evening. The following day. that
Nice.
is.
I'll tell everyone else that seems like our our fencing issue has been solved.
Great.
And that we have a meeting place set.
How much do you trust this guy?
I trust him a lot. He's the reason why I'm here, after all. He's essentially my employer.
I mean, like 2,000 gold pieces worth of trust, though?
He's a wealthy individual. He would not, that would not be a problem for him at all, and I doubt he would still steal such an amount.
Yeah, you
Well,
essentially have the whole bay in front of you, and a chest full of gemstones.
So how do we get it there?
That's a good question. I guess we can't take the flying carpet.
I mean, I do have a horse. We could load up saddlebags on him. He's up in the stable.
That would be one option. We should scout out the scene tomorrow before we go and see what we're dealing with here.
Take care of that.
I feel like we should split it up. I feel like we shouldn't make the same mistake they did and put it all in one box.
I agree. That's a good plan.
What you guys playing?
I think we're going to split it up. Each of us carrying some. We should see if we should get some money pouches and fasten it over our bodies so that we're not carrying like a large sack or something that's obvious and suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay. So is one of you going out to get those, or?
I have a quick question before we do that, though.
Uh-huh.
How long should we wait before we show up to the, would it be the Temple of Lathander with the big diamond?
That's up to you guys.
I mean,
We
you know what I'm saying? Like the next day show up, oh, we got it.
Yeah, I don't know.
that'll be
We
up
can
to you.
either like threaten or bribe them, or we could wait or try to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what we want to do about that.
I think we should at least fence the thing, and then at least fence the loose jewel, and then maybe give it a day or two.
So one option we do have is we could always have it sent in by courier. Keep the diamond, have it sent in by courier from a distant land, and then and then maybe it'll be less suspicious because it's
Right.
from a distant land instead of like from us right here,
Right.
and we can just say we sent for it from someone else who's far away.
I was gonna say, I wonder if your patron could be the one delivering it from abroad.
He would never do that himself, but there, we can always do something to accommodate for that. He can arrange it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Even though none of us know the situation with Wristslitter, who's actually what's the situation with the big diamond while we go do this?
I mean, it's just sitting in the box.
Right, and I feel like that's terrible security.
I think what we need to do is, since we're like counting this up or whatever, we should just pay Wristslitter his share, and then go our own way, and we deal with fencing ours, and he deals with fencing his.
Yeah, he would be fine with that.
Yeah, I'll suggest that, and just while we're all here, I think we should divvy up the shares evenly, which I assume was the agreement, an even share for every person involved. And then just mention that our objective was the diamond, so we'd like that to be a part of our share.
So how's that sound, Wristslitter?
So a little dejected, but he tries not to show it. He's like, yes, very well. Even splits, like we agreed. He's like, I'll go to the market and get us some bags. I know the local area. Just take me a few moments.
I feel like we should leave now. Like I would, like in the beginning, when we just sort of let Wristslitter in on all this, I was like, how much do we trust him? Now that we have it in hand, that amount is less and less. Someone we met yesterday locked up in a cage under the city.
Totally trustworthy.
Yeah, right. And again, historical fantasy racism. He's a goblin, known for being stalwart and upright.
Yep. Gotta toss some racism in there for a little flair.
It's healthy fantasy racism, okay?
Healthy racism, got it.
No one's getting hurt.
Is Wristslitter just going... He's, like, leaving us in his house?
Yeah, he takes the key and he, like, locks the door behind him or whatever, like he typically would. But, yeah, he sets off down. There's probably, like, a local shop near him. And he's going to grab a couple of, like, satchels or, well, probably not anything that nice, honestly. Probably just, like, just sacks.
Or maybe a couple half-orc goons.
I don't think he's quite that nefarious, but I don't know. Yeah.
So you do know that there is a somewhat destitute lady just around the block that sells bags and pants and whatnot, and she always sells them in these like ridiculous designs. And she calls them Ruru Go.
Oh, good.
Oh,
good.
The design is called that?
Yeah.
Nice little twist there.
And they're not very good quality, and they're probably a little overpriced for what she's selling, but she's a nice enough lady, and can get you a bunch of bags fairly easily.
Yeah, so he probably knows this lady, goes by her, like, on the daily. Yeah, so he'll pick up a few bags from her. What'd you say her name was?
Her name is Rue, and she calls her designs, if you want to call them that, Ruru Go.
My precious Rue, I have in need of your fine quality craftsmanship today. So a few bags, if you would. And he starts like pointing at a few.
Oh yes, as many as you want. I'll tell you, I have tons of these things. And she just pulls like a box out from like underneath her, like a crate.
Oh,
and open it
no.
up, there's just tons of ridiculously designed bags, and she'll start like laying them on the table for you to pick from.
Yeah, so he'll get some that are just like totally like you would be like embarrassed to carry this thing. So the ones he picks out, they probably have like someone's face on it or who knows what.
Yeah. There's one with like it's like purple, with, like,
Writing.
unicorns. There's writing. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them says juicy.
Yeah.
And somehow it's written on the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you have a feeling it's meant to cover the butt. So yeah, collecting these, she doesn't charge you much for them. Maybe like a copper a piece or something like that.
Yeah, he'll like overpay for them just because he's partial to this lady.
Alrighty, yeah. You have plenty of bags in hand.
Yeah, so those in hand, he will head back to the apartment.
So yeah, Papaw and Sim, while he's out getting the bags, what are you all doing?
So Sim wants to have a conversation with Papaw about two things: an alibi for where we were while all of this was going on.
Yep.
That's probably the most important thing. But part two, should the alibi not pan out, you know, how fast do we want to sell Wristslitter down the river to? And how do we frame him and pretend that we were just like duped into helping him do this?
Well, I would say that, well, shit. We didn't plan to have an alibi going into this. Okay.
Yeah, that was some short-sighted.
So
Short-sightedness on our part.
as far as an alibi goes, we were at the university because we had just dropped off. What's his name? Rigel.
Yeah.
We were uncomfortable with Professor Poppet's nefarious ways, and we're hanging close by to make sure Rigel was treated fairly. And as far as when we sell Wristslitter down the river, my answer would be as soon as possible.
Okay, like I don't want that to be my primary strategy by any means, but like I do want to just have a conversation about it.
Right,
so we're on the same page.
Just at the first opportunity, really. My conversation would center around how much do we trust him, if at all. Like, now that the money's on the table, I realize just how little we know him.
Yeah, and as you're asking that question, you hear the footsteps coming up the alley of returning Wristslitter.
Yeah, so like I'll be like, I think we were motivated a little by emotion at Dr. Grigori's death and didn't think through that aspect of it, but he's back now and it's done, so...
At the first opportunity. And the door opens.
Wristslitter.
Wristslitter opens the door, and he's holding these just the worst designed bags you've ever seen.
So, let me give you some thought on the bags also, because Wristslitter, he doesn't trust the guys either. So these bags are gonna be easy to follow or track down. That's kind of his thought.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna like try to remember which bag has what in it.
Right. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Particularly the big diamond. That's
Yeah.
like the most key one. So that we'll make sure that one goes in the juicy bag.
that's a good bag for it to go into.
Yeah. Yeah. So like coming up the steps, unlocking the door. He's like, I have returned, and check out these bags, and he like tosses them to the guys there.
So you see, a bag with juicy on it. One with like ducks. What are some other terrible designs from Best Company? Yeah, like floral patterns that are like, it's almost like pastels, but they weren't supposed to be pastels.
Orange floral pastel flowers.
Yeah, they're hideous. They are the worst bags you've ever seen.
Um. So, what? How does the split end up working?
So you have
Like, as
3,000
far as
gold. And three
who's
people.
actually carrying one?
Yeah.
I think we just decide that, right? As a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
However you want to divide it.
how about I carry? Well, how does the three-way split work with the big one?
So the
Big
big one
time.
is worth a third of it by
Right.
itself.
Right. I would like to point out, I would say, Jesus, Wristslitter, we got all this money and these are the bags you got?
I didn't have much time. I'm very sorry.
We had all day.
I figured that you wanted to help your poor friend there, lying dead as he were.
Fair enough.
Well, we appreciate you being conscious of that.
These bags are hideous.
Oh, you'll never forget the day that you stole the casino gems. This bag will forever be endeared into your heart, my friend.
Maybe so, maybe so.
As he hands you the bag with juicy written on it.
Yeah.
I'll take that one. So, I guess I'll carry the big gem and Sim carry the 1,000, and then Wristslitter carries his 1,000. That'd be the way to divide it up.
That would be a way to divide it up, yes.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, dividing it up amongst these bags probably takes about 3 or 4 bags to get all 1,000 gold worth of gems all together.
I want to put mine in my backpack that I've known and always wear.
Okay. Yeah, so
Um,
the juicy bag with its
In there, out of sight.
with its one single diamond goes into Papaw's backpack. Sim, where would you like to put your bags of gems? You might be muted. Beep boop.
What was the question?
So Papaw has put the 1,000 gold diamond in the juicy bag in his backpack. Where would you like to put your 4 bags of gems worth 250 apiece?
I'm going to do one. Like I'm going to strap one like as tightly as I can on each ankle if they're small enough.
You can probably stretch them out long ways a bit and probably do that. They'd go like up your leg.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
And then it's 2. Oh man, I don't even know for the other one. Or for the other 2. Probably like one in front, like one on my chest or stomach and one on my back.
Okay, you can do that. And Wristslitter, your 4 bags are here in your place, but you could put them wherever you'd like.
Yeah, he's probably not. He's got to bag them, but he's not taking them out. And in fact, he probably has like kind of like a dead floorboard, and he's just gonna like stash his in there. Like,
Okay. So yeah, gems stashed and stowed. At this point, it's probably still early, late morning, the day after your heist. What would you all like to do from here?
I think before we actually head out, I think we need to scout the streets. Sort of just kind of get the feel of what the city watch is doing.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
perception.
Alrighty. So yeah, going out on the street here in the sort of lower class district, things seem fairly normal. You do see that it looks like there have been posted notices on the new flying carpet registration ordinance put around to try to make sure everyone is aware of it. But it doesn't seem there's like increased guards or anything about it.
I would like to ask Wristslitter what the bathroom situation in this little hut is.
You mean here?
Mm-hmm.
He hands him a pot, like a kind of cast iron pot.
So I'll go out into the alley,
Well,
I guess.
pour it out there when you're done. I won't watch.
Right. Okay. So nobody's looking?
I mean, he's not gonna watch you do your business, probably.
I mean, but nobody's watching in the room, correct? I just want to kind of do a perception check to make sure nobody's looking.
Are you trying to look? Wristslitter or Sim?
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Okay, I'm
I
going to
would
take the
say
gem out.
Slither is a little suspicious.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Not my deception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
It doesn't look like Wristlitter's looking.
So I'm going to take out, as I sit down on the pot and take my backpack off, I'm going to keister the diamond.
Oh my god.
sorry. Whoa, it's a big diamond.
It is a big diamond.
He's an old man and has traveled many miles.
Can you roll me a d20?
Roll for anal circumference.
That's what.
Oh
yeah.
God, this actually came up.
It came up. I never thought it'd come up, but it came up. Roll me a d20. Yeah, you can fit it in there.
Jesus.
Wow.
How big of a diamond are we talking about?
I mean, this thing is like ham biscuits sized or larger. Like it's a
Okay.
good diamond. It's big.
We're talking bigger than a golf ball, smaller than a
Bigger than
baseball.
a golf ball, smaller than a
Baseball?
smaller than a bottle of whiskey.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm fine. Yeah, and then I'll sort of do my thing and not pretend to do my thing and throw the backpack back on and go to the door and toss the
Do you take it out of the bag first? Are you doing it bag and all, or are you taking it out and doing the
bag and all.
Huh?
Bag and all. Juicy bag and all.
Bag and all. Okay.
Oh Lord.
The drawstrings like dangle out. Okay. So
That's for safety, okay?
there we go. So that happens. What do you guys like to do from here? Wristslitter, you're aware.
This is gonna try to, he's aware, but he's trying to like forget that too. Yeah. Trying to lose all memory of that.
Alrighty. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be increased guards, at least in this area of the city. What would you guys like to do?
Oh. I'd like to take a minute to catch my breath. Oh, Lord.
So he'll be like, "You're welcome to stay tonight, but perhaps it is best if we depart in the morning."
I think Papaw is probably going to go back to his room at the inn rather than than man-spooning on the dirty floor in the slums.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, you'd pretty much be sleeping on the floor here.
Okay. Yeah, you, Okay, anything before you all part ways then?
As I go out the door, hey, not for nothing, Wristslitter, but what's your alibi?
Oh, you mean like where I was today?
If somebody were to ask, yeah, last night.
Well, I just happened to get released from that foul tunnel there, but it didn't happen till today. Now, did it?
And that was when we got you out and saved you. Today.
Yep, today. Not the other day, like
Right.
before. Yeah, and he just
Not during any of that whole montage of us being around town researching.
right. Yeah, he just nods in agreement.
Alright.
Cool. Papaw gingerly walks up the street.
So yeah, Sim and Papaw, you all head back to the Sad Butcher Inn, where you find your rooms waiting for you after a long night. Wristslitter, you are now alone in your hovel with your 1,000 gold worth of gemstones. Everybody can have a long rest now if you want, or whatever you want to do.
That's probably not a terrible idea.
Yeah,
I don't think I used any.
Yeah, I probably would just rest and then in the morning. Well, actually, no. I think Wristslitter would probably just sit on his diamonds or his gems for some time.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys want, we can wrap it up here. Unless you want to keep going.
I think we need to wrap here just because we're about to part ways with Wristslitter, so unless he's got something planned for us.
No. Yeah, and if he does, I'm probably gonna like hand the reins back over, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, so a successful heist pulled off by the party has got them 1,000 gold worth of gemstones, as well as 1,000 gold diamond. And we can pick
Yeah,
back
it
up
depends
here.
on your definition of successful, but
Technically successful heist. And we will
Personally shaming.
we will pick back up here next time on Roll for Hugs.